Hi everybody, I'm Fox 26 Chief Meteorologist Mike Iscovitz with a look at your tropical update here for this Saturday, November 4th. And you may be thinking to yourself, well, isn't hurricane season over? For the most part for the Texas coastline, yes, but it definitely isn't over. It runs technically through November the 30th, and here is where we stand. We have had a lot of storms this season. By the way, the blue highlighted storms here are highlighted because those are the new names that we had this year. They're replacing names that were retired 6 years ago. Just for example, Harold replaced Hurricane Harvey, which hit in 2017. So we've made it all the way up to the 19th named storm of the season. Now you'll see up here we've had 20 storms technically. There was one storm that occurred before the season started. Strangely enough, it was in January and it was off the east coast of the U.S. It was an unnamed storm. So going in on the books this year, 20 tropical storms of those 7 hurricanes. So what's happening out there right now? Certainly nothing of any concern across the Gulf of Mexico. We are in westerly mode right now. We are in a fall-like pattern here, which would move anything away from the Texas coastline. But we do have a system right here that is, you'll see it marked by that L. This is a trough of low pressure, has a slight chance of developing, but right now it's primarily just hitting Nicaragua and Honduras with very heavy rain. So this is heavy tropical moisture that's being pushed into Central America. And whenever they have rain this heavy, there's always a risk for flash flooding taking place, especially in the mountainous areas. And then on the top part of this circulation, we have heavy rain that's hitting Cozumel and Cancun, Tulum, areas there. So folks that are on vacation down there today, not having the best weather. Elsewhere across the Caribbean Sea, perfectly quiet here from Martinique up to Antigua, the British Virgin Islands, the U.S. Virgin Islands, Puerto Rico, back over to Hispaniola. Everything is remarkably quiet. And then elsewhere across the Atlantic Ocean, once again, we're in this fall pattern where we have the winds that become much less favorable for any tropical development, a high shear environment there across the Atlantic Ocean, and so nothing is expected to develop here in the short term. Same reason here off the east coast of the U.S. Sometimes you will get areas of low pressure develop as cold fronts move off the coastline. You could have lows that form over the Bahamas or here over the east coast along the Gulf Stream here that flows like this, but the upper level winds are very unfavorable for anything to develop. Now over in the Pacific Ocean, it's also been a very busy season. So this is a storm here that has strengthened to tropical storm status. It's named Pilar, and it brought very heavy rain a few days ago to El Salvador, by the way. It's since weakened, should stay a tropical storm here for about the next 2 days, and then encounter more inhospitable conditions and eventually deteriorate to a remnant low coming up by Wednesday. So that's an update on the tropics. Not too much for us to worry about in the USA. Still though, heavy rain occurring down there in Central America. I hope you'll join us tomorrow for your next look at the tropics.